We're going to try and get this camera turned around. Woohoo! Rainy, just in the event when we stand up there, it isn't like, can you just loosen that and just lift it up a bit? At the moment, I'm trying to keep it down so the height of heads. But in the event that it's like just not doing the job, loose. Have you used the microphone stand? Not quite the same. So this bit loosens like that, and then it lifts, and then it tightens. Once we really tight. Okay.
Where are we streaming? Yes, where are we streaming on?
Gabby should be prepped to share it with Facebook and do all that.
I'm going to throw it on the big digital channel.
Who's going to
Right, I'm putting this on the big digital.
Yeah, I did. Walking the other night, maybe there was one night, but still be there. Are you excited to tweak it? Exactly. I was 95. Yeah, it's too much as well. So I was just in the there's no table. We are probably more supposed to have like the space in this night. I feel like hospital over there is really noisy, like you can't be good. So we did it, it's also quite fun. But I think anything adds to how easy it is last time. Yeah, so I think they want to try to do it. It's not the one that near you. Also, I think that's why the space see on the table that you're like chaotic. Yeah, I feel like it's really something a room and we got to maybe it is not there's no taste.
says I. Do you have secrets?
Hello, everybody.
Hello!
I know it's a warm room. I did turn the heating off when I came in and thought, oh my word, this is a warm room. But we can do a little better with energy levels. So, hello, everybody! Welcome to the Beltane Open Meeting. I haven't done this in a while. This is it's like, oh, flashbacks. My name's Tom. I'm the festival coordinator. We'll introduce what that means in a little bit. First, a little bit of housekeeping. Is anyone here from the Scottish Trade Unions Conference? If you are, welcome to Beltane! Thankfully, I think they left us some grubs, so afterwards you can see some food out to the side. Thanks to the Scottish Trade Unions Conference! So there we go. We're not anticipating any fire alarmy things today, but in the event that there is one, there's an exit there, there's an exit there, there's an exit over there. Head directly out of the building calmly and in a consistent manner. But we're not expecting anything, so that's good. What the format today is, we're going to have the normal open meeting bit here, and then through in the cafe is where groups have got their tables. They're going to tell you a little bit about what they're doing this year for this festival. They're amazing different groups and varieties, we're really lucky. And then after that, you can go and have a look and talk to them and find out more and sign up for those things. Just to let you all know as well, we're streaming live on YouTube. So hello YouTube people, hello Gabby, our comms coordinator, who is making sure that comments stay within the realms of our social media policy. So we're going to get started, and we're going to introduce some people. The first people we're going to introduce to you today are the board. So board members, would you like to come forward and say hello?
I'm Jenny B, that we have two Jennies. I'm the chair. That makes me the nexus of information and contacts and things. So if you ever need to talk to someone but you don't know who has the answer to the question, or you need to find a document and you don't know if it exists, or you have a problem and you're not sure what kind of problem it is and who can help you resolve it, come and ask me and I will put you in touch with the right person or send you the right link.
Hello, Jenny and the rest of the board doing a whole range of different things, and I can often answer your question as well. I also facilitate the Community Organisers Initiative, and I'm on the safeguarding team as well.
I'm the other Jenny. I'm Jenny G, and I'm the secretary of the Deal with Outreach, so that covers an awful lot of things. Very interesting things sometimes.
My name is Neil, I'm the treasurer of the society. Whilst we've got lots of new folk and lots of existing folk, it's worth mentioning that BFS has set aside a sum of money to help any member, potential member, who may have some financial difficulties in joining a group and paying all the fees that a group may require. It's completely confidential. The only person who will know about it would be you, the applicant, and me, the treasurer. No one else will know about it. So if this is something that may help somebody join a group, please drop me an email at neil@beltane.org or treasurer@beltane.org, and I'll help you out. It's not a vast sum of money, but there is funds there to help people.
Hi, I'm Andy, I'm the Festival Secretary. My main task over the last couple of months has been coordinating the selection and appointment of group organisers. Now that we have appointed them, I think I can speak on behalf of the majority of my fellow trustees in that we are glad to delegate the organisation of the actual festival onto the group organisers, and the blues, and the contractors, and the court, and anyone else who isn't us. Thank you.
I'm Robert, I'm the system administrator, which means I deal with email and stuff, and I also do manage the database and other boring backend stuff. I also do a newsletter. If you have anything to submit, just in terms of content or anything you want to ask, and admin@beltane.org if your email's not working.
I'm Franklin, the volunteer secretary. I'm also doing a group this year, which is why I look like this. Basically, volunteer secretary to me is helping out with safeguarding to human accessibility. I'm on a bit of a hiatus at the moment while I'm doing God running, but I'll be helping out with bits and bobs that the rest would want me help with.
Wow, and they take on a lot of responsibility, so it's a real genuine love to do that and to make the things that we do keep happening in a legal and compliant manner, which is very good. They're also not alone. They're assisted by a group of community organisers who step up and help out, and there are ways to be involved. If you're a community organiser, would you like to please take a stand just where you are? Come up. Lots of projects on the side, and we're going to hear from one of those projects as an example of what community organisers do to inspire you to take up the baton and help us out and keep us going for the many years to come. We're going to listen to the Environment and Sustainability Group, which is Beltane. Come and have a listen.
Hi, I'm a bit nervous, so I'm just going to read off this. We are a small but mighty group of BFS. We're a brand new thing, we've never existed before. We're a small committee forming that is focused on matters to do with sustainability, environmentalism and conservation within the BFS. We all know that we are living in a time of climate crisis and can already see the effects that this is having on our planet. We know that many are feeling a sense of hopelessness and uncertainty about this time, and we want to create a space within the BFS for members to transform those feelings into positive action and community building to improve the society and individual well-being. Yeah!
our little table downstairs. Either, if you are very keen on doing organising things, maybe your day job includes like divestment or something like that, come talk to us and maybe see if you want to join the committee. Or if you're like, I would love to pick litter and plant trees, we're also going to be trying to do some events for you based on that, so you can sign up to come along to those too. Also, we've got so many free plants. Take the plants.
While we're on the delegated authorities, so the board employ a couple of contractors who help make things happen. So I'm going to ask our production and site coordinator and our front of house coordinator up to the stage. We also have a safeguarding and resolutions officer who isn't here, Simone, who is available as per the safeguarding thing via resolutions@beltane.org. Simone's independent of the organisation. They live in a different city and don't know many of us at all, except for a few social things, and have briefed our GOs in many of the safeguarding elements and things like that. So there is an independent safeguarding thing, which is really nice. We also have, sitting in London, making sure that people aren't swearing on our comments, we have Gabby. Who is our comms secretary, comms and press coordinator. So, thank you.
I tried. I didn't.
So what we do, I'm the festival coordinator. I make sure the licenses are in place, the paperwork and all those things, and make sure that the hippies are truly herded. That's my job.
I'm Rob. I'm the collection and site coordinator. I have the fascinating job of, for example, making sure you have toilets and that you're in the right place. I have a very important job today. I have brought a wonderful selection of children's musical instruments. And I will be making sure that your lovely group organisers keep to their 2-minute limit. I will begin with a gentle noise and it will become less gentle.
Thank you, Ashley. My name's Ella. Hello. I am the front of house coordinator, and so I do the stuff that's between us and the people who want to come and witness the festival. So I work with the stewards, our own stewards, and I also work with our security company and on the gate, and I run around like a headless chicken for various reasons. I'll talk more about my various reasons and projects later. But
So you probably won't see us for a couple of months. Obviously, the GOs will see us every week. You probably won't see much of us if everything's going really well. And if you see lots of us, then that's okay. We're just working through some things. I'd just like to ask, first of all, before we move on to the groups who you're going to see lots more of and be involved and be around, who here has done Beltane before? Or a Beltane or a Sally? Raise your hands. Wow, welcome. Now, who here hasn't done a Beltane before? Everyone who put their hands up the first time at some point has gone through this process of being in this room and feeling a bit like, what's going on? And we try our best to help with that feeling of what's going on. But everyone here is a society, we're a society of friends, a community of people that come together to put on a beautiful community arts project thing that's on the hill. It's really nice. That's the bottom line of it. And welcome to this first experience for those who've not done anything before. And yeah, hopefully we'll see your true selves shining through in a few weeks' time up a hill painted silly colours, and that'll be great. And so anyway, I'm going to stop waffling because I did say I wasn't going to waffle and I'm waffling. Great! I'm going at super fast speed because one of our blues has to disappear for a private engagement. So we have a group of people who've done this festival and walked around that hill more times than other people, and they take care and take hold of the ritual and take the GOs on a journey with them, and they paint themselves blue and have copper in their hair, and as a result of that, they are called the Blues. Please come forward.
I'm Nate.
James?
I'm Simone. I'm Becky. I'm Romaine.
I'm John.
One of the things that we do is we help bring the Lord to the festival. So we connect what we've always done with what we want to do. Whoa!
Another thing we do is solve problems. There will be no problems, but if there should hypothetically be problems, we will fix them. Whatever it might be. If you're standing in the wrong place, or not sure what to talk about, we'll help you.
We've been around for a really long time, and because we have a ton of experience of lots of different things in the festival, we've seen lots of stuff work, lots of stuff not work. And so if you've got a mad idea and no idea how to make it happen, we can help with that.
On the night, you're going to see us with things like this. We do something much better than this. To guide the procession around the hill on the night with some, the actions, the weird wiggling. We're not doing what I'm saying, it's a whole thing. Anyway, on the night, we'll be guiding the procession around. We also act to help the May Queen and the Green Man in their journey around the hill on the night, which is an intense process. A lot of the narrative and the things that we are creating is kind of focused on your journey, and so we're going to help them with that and keep them in one place.
So festival, use our with you. We're the ritual keepers of the society, which sounds very mystical and weird. For some people it's intimidating, but what that really means is we help create a space where rituals can happen. We can support groups in creating rituals, and we hold some ritual space on the night. It's all very often and very welcoming and accessible. If you want to chat about it more, another time.
One of the things we'll be doing is keep in touch with groups, mostly through the group organisers, but we will come and visit you if invited or if possible, or if there's things you want us to do. We'll come and talk to you and play with you and things like that.
We're also here to remind you that this is supposed to be fun. Sometimes it might feel like type 2 fun. That concept. But it is supposed to be fun, challenging, exciting, but fun. And if it isn't, all these other things we're doing and hopefully will help redress the balance of fun to unfold.
So to contact the Blues as a team, you can just email blues@beltane.org. And if you want to contact a specific Blue, you can email their name, blue@beltane.org. So for example, John Blue at beltane.org. That is an example. But go and see them and speak to them, and that's the thing. Before we get into the groups and the cacophony of the groups, we're going to hear from the two people who this year will be creating our entire story narrative around. So, no pressure. And then after that, I'll tell you a little bit more about what the next bit. So, please, can we welcome our May Queen and Green Man?
Hi everyone, my name is Alice.
I'm Andrew.
And we have the pleasure of serving as your May Queen and Green Man. And for folks that are new to our society, May Queen and Green Man have the privilege of sharing a theme or idea that drives our festival forward. And this year my theme is expansive rewilding. If you've spent any time in Scottish environmental circles, it's highly likely that you've heard of rewilding as a popular conservation philosophy. It's often defined as the rebuilding of ecosystems to their natural, uncultivated states. The word uncultivated here is doing a lot of heavy lifting, and if we peel back the curtain a little bit, we'll see what it's really getting at: a land untouched by people. You'll often see folks talk about leaving nature alone as a core tenet of rewilding projects. In fact, Scotland has been repeatedly hailed as one of the world's leaders in rewilding work, in part because of this separation of society and nature. But I ask you, when in Scottish history has the forced removal or barring of people from the land ever benefited the people or the land? And when in world history has this been the case? Challenging these ideas of access is inherent to the Beltane Fire Society. In its earliest iteration, Beltane was an anarchic, artist-driven protest against the limitations that Thatcher put around public green spaces. That first celebration was a reclamation of Calton Hill as a public space for the good and use of the public. Now we are proud stewards of that green space, and it's time we expanded that. And so we arrive at the expansive portion of expansive rewilding. If we are to conserve the lands we love, we must, as its stewards, rewild ourselves. How can we begin to see ourselves as living in reciprocity with the land, instead of as an antagonizing or destructive force? There are many ways to start doing this. Reconnecting to the languages of the land you're on, committing to buy from local farmers rather than conglomerates when you can, maintaining traditional crafts, participating in a decolonial book group, or by joining a group festival as we celebrate the changing of the seasons. We are nature, and it is us. It's our responsibility to rewild the self as much as it is to rewild the natural world. And I'm really excited to go on this journey with you.
I'm a green man, and I'm basically her other half. Indulged in the traditional pastime of breaking myself just before the festival starts. I'll be fine. The green man that I envisioned for this festival is one who has looked at the changing seasons and the invasive species around us and doesn't see the point of bringing about the spring, doesn't see the point of growing, and is persuaded by the festival, by all these beautiful groups to push through and do it anyway. And that's sort of the message that I want to bring to my performance is, it's not too late, you can still do something. Climate change is not inevitable, we can fix this. Anything we do is better than nothing, don't give up hope.
All right, thanks everyone. We'll see you in the run-up.
I'm going to predict the height of the person speaking. That is a literal prediction. It's white now. So this next section, and I just did the little thing about the microphone there, for the group organisers, can we make sure we're really speaking into the mic, not just so that the people in the room can hear, but the people on the other side of that tablet? Yes, thank you. So yeah, just a little thing about using the microphone and making sure it's as clear as we can. I need to slow down because I'm high on adrenaline. So this next section, we're going to be inviting groups up in alphabetical order. They'll have 2 minutes to present to you some interesting things. They'll tell you a bit about the format of what their group is and what they're going to do and how to take part. During at 1 minute 30, we'll hear a little variety of interesting children's toys over there. And at 2 minutes, I'll walk on the stage and tell them to stop and clear off and ask them away and herd them away so the next people can have their fair turn. During this time, I know there's a couple of the groups are going to be doing some loud noises and things. I will try and let you know when there's going to be a loud noise beforehand, so you've just got time just to set yourself. By loud noise, I'm hoping it's okay for a bit inside. But yes, so just to do that. I will try and let you know when there's a group that's going to be doing noise. Okay? Is that okay with everyone? The first group, and I've got to try not to say Smith at the end of the first part of the name, it's Emma Spear!
play music to the stars.
Thank you. And when they say come and find us, so yeah, after this, the tables are down in the cafe. I believe they're next to the lift. And we're going to have the next up. We're going to have a bit of a splash of a situation. Please welcome Aquarium!
The aquarium is home for a diverse bunch of beautiful aquatic animals, flowing and dancing together. We'll have music, we'll have fantastical costumes, and we'll have UV lights.
First, can you actually hear me? Yes! But even a safe aquarium is not free, and it's not wild. The octopuses will realize this first, and begin spreading word of a world outside of it. The sea full of food, wonder, gentle piano music in the background, and exposure to us.
The Octopus Alliance will make rousing speeches about freedom and autonomy, denouncing the human-centered practices that capture wild creatures whilst destroying their natural environments.
Some creatures may argue against leaving. They may miss the regular meal times, the relative safety. But keeping with the rewilding theme, ultimately we will all rise up and escape and roam throughout Beltane Hill.
Our group is about connecting to the stranger bits of the natural world, and our performance is all about costume and character. We'll be exploring life from thoroughly non-human perspectives, and learning to think and move like these magical creatures of the deep.
We're looking for absolute beginners to old hands, everyone. Anybody who is enthusiastic about the sea, octopuses, tentacles, costuming. We want all of them.
Sunday afternoons and on Monday evenings in Room George Square. Sessions include lots of movement and games, plus practical guidance and exciting costuming techniques. We're going to see beautiful tropical fish.
I did warn you that I would let you know about the noisy group. The next group is going to do some noise. If you want to take a minute to set yourself for that, and please put your hands together for the Beastie Drummers.
Hi, we are the Beasties. I'm Julia.
I'm Hannah. We are. Oh, sorry, microphone. We have been partying all summer long, and it's about time that we kind of started to rest. And no?
We've done that. That was Sally.
Yes. Sure. Where was I? What do we do now?
Ja, Ramskaboom.
That was the nose break. There we go. You'll get to learn to do that. It's really good. So for those who don't know, there are a couple of drum patterns that we all instinctively know, and that's one of them that we sort of recognised. Sorry, shame. Anyway, it was worth it. Come on. And we're going to introduce the next group, please. It is Coven.
Hello, everyone. I am Kit.
And I'm Alex, apparently. This is our sign. This is what I note. Promise. So I'm Alex, and we also have another duo called Natalie, who's not here today with us. Could not make it here with us. She didn't die.
We are Coven.
And we are bad witches. And we're going wild.
Do you remember how last year, when it was the witch trials, just last year, we came up here and we pleaded with you not to believe all the propaganda?
Well, that went well, didn't it? So now we're back and we are pissed.
So maybe you should believe the propaganda. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care. So, according to what it says here, maybe we're wild, growing and tame this year.
Maybe we'll do rituals.
Maybe we'll do spells, divination, and hexing.
Maybe we'll go around and we'll collect all the little manhoods and we'll put them in a box and we'll keep the little scraps and we'll keep them as our pets.
Anyhow, maybe we will worship the earth and the flowers and the trees and the sky and the sea and the animals and most importantly, ourselves.
Maybe we'll dance around the fire and we'll howl to the moon.
That's just this year, we totally didn't do that last year. Anyway, maybe we do whatever we want.
Oh, we're done.
So all of the groups do have a table down there. You can ask them more information if they miss bits out from their jingle. Next up, I think we're having a group who are descended from those most helpful workers that we remember last year. Please welcome the Goblin Workers Union of Energy Point.
And we are Goblin Radiators from the Goblin Workers Union of Energy Point, or quick for short. Have you noticed the sky is falling and terrible things are happening? Yeah. The sun is flipped upside down.
We are 100% confident that it has nothing to do with our incredibly well understood technology and our revolutionary coal-powered power generators. We need answers as to this strange climate disaster, and we need your help to get to the bottom of this mystery.
You might be wondering, what is a goblin?
A goblin is a group, one of 6 to 8 fey folks learning to use radios and playing games. We'll be making costumes, we'll be preparing for audience interactions, and pretending to be inhuman silliness as we uncover the truth of what a radio really is. And on that topic, what is a radio?
A radio is a communication device that communicates with unseen entities, and it sends invisible waves, and it needs mental magic wands to work.
Correct.
Yes, what is a radiator? You might also be wondering.
A radio operator, or Radiator for short, is a group of people who are on the same wavelength as us. More of that. On a Sunday for 2 hours of silly games and more silly games, rehearsing once a week with an optional costuming session. No experience or equipment required. And what is rehearsal?
Rehearsal is a time of play and learning about radios and gobbling, and maybe dancing around a suspiciously maypole looking like radio tower.
And for members of the Scottish Trade Unions Conference, we're going to introduce the next group, who have not been seen on the hill for a couple of years, but we're proud to see them back, reintroduced, and we welcome it. It's Milway.
We are behind. We are a character interaction based group. We're going to be roaming around the hill, interact with other groups and other audience members on the night. We're going to have 3 close practices. Tomorrow, 4 till 6, Wednesday, 7 till 9, and next Sunday, 4 till 6 as well. Meet up in the Pavilion Cafe, and then moving on to do a practice.
Did you mean open practice and not closed practice?
I didn't mean open practice.
Actually, the close practices are going to be once a week during March on Sundays, and in April they're going to be twice a week on Wednesdays and Sundays. And in the first week of April, on the weekend, we're going to be having a staycation here in Edinburgh. We are ferals, strays, wildcats. We will do whatever we like, as cats do. Follow this scratching post outside to find our table and sign up for meeting practices.
And now, as we are going alphabetically, we obviously have stewards and torchbearers. No, hang on, we don't. We have Nightwatch!
I was going to say order, but it's already not working. Do you love wearing high vis? Do you love pointing audience and attendees, witnesses, to the toilets? Do you love looking really cool in a cloak? Do you love carrying fire on a stick? Then Nightwatch is the place for you. Nightwatch is this year's combination of stewards and torchbearers. We're the guardians of the hill. We're interacting and guiding the audience. We're a lowish commitment group, great for beginners, but also for those experienced members of the community that maybe just want to have slightly more relaxed festival and front row seats. Stewards are kind of part of the fire safety. We answer audience questions, we tell the story of the hill. And
Torchbearers bring the light to the performance. We do that in a form of open flames that we carry on big metal torches. We have one at our table where you can try out if you want to carry some there.
Well, what more can I say? She's said it all. We're going to meet on Sundays at Carlton Hill, 2 to 5. There is likely to be some meetings on Wednesday evenings for torture-related things and costumes. And yes, stewards will have costumes. Yes. Torches may even have costumes, but they've already got cloaks. So, if you fancy a lowish commitment thing, like Anne said, at a low cost, which I just said, and being bored, I know quite a lot about what the costs will be. Come and join us. Night Watch. You won't regret it, honest.
And next, capturing the many images of the festival, please put your hands together for photo points!
Hello everyone. Yes, we have photo points. And yeah, as was just mentioned, we take photos. But it's a lot more than that. We try to capture the story of Beltane. We try to capture the story of every single group. So we've seen like lots of diverse groups and try to portray that in our photos and like help them tell their own stories. So we do that, of course, on the night itself of Beltane, but we also do that for the run-up. So the couple of months before Beltane, we meet together, we gather, and we rehearse together. We try to learn how to do fire photography, try to learn how to do night photography or low light, try to take portraits, and all of that together as a group to learn together and to like share knowledge. And we also do photo shoots of groups as well during the run-up. Yeah, by the way, I'm Seb, and this is Martin as well, is going to help me as well. Actually, I'm not doing that. Anyway, and I want to emphasize that it's a group open to anyone, regardless if you have any experience with photography or if you have real experience. If you've never touched a camera before, you can join Photo Point. It's like people have done that before and they've learned a lot for the 2 months of the run-up, so it's totally doable. Even if you don't have a camera, we have some people have several cameras. So yeah, come chat with us. Yeah, I will not be able to answer all your questions. Thank you.
And thank you very much. And next we're going to introduce a new group to the hill. Please put your hands together for Pilly Wiggins. Billy Wiggins, Billy Wiggins. Can I be heard? Yes! Wonderful! So lovely to see so many new faces and old faces too. So, hello, I'm Tiger, pronouns there, and I am the GO of Billy Wiggins. It used to be Earth Point, it still is Earth Point, but we're not going in a way of Earth Point, we're going in Billy Wiggins. What's that? Says Susie, my co-GO, who's represented by Cowher. She's having a private affair with influenza. So, I know, get well soon. But what is Billy Wiggins? They are the little fairies who live inside of flowers and on top of them, and they're like bumblebees. And we are going to use the magic of the self to have a journey of self-discovery, of a change, a manageable change, a smart one, a time-bound one. You're going to have this wonderful journey inside, then look at where you've come from to where you are now, and see what direction you will go in next. If I'm going to turn into drama, audience interactions, playing tricks and treats on the mortals who come to our hill. And it's going to be an accessible group as best as we can to try and make sure that everyone can participate, because everybody deserves to participate in a way that is comfortable and accessible to them. And socially mobile, we want to make it cheap, because cheap is God, we like it. So we're going to be using a lot of recycled materials. We're going to be sharing fabrics to keep those costs down. We also have open meetings. There's going to be 3 of them. Come and find me for more. And the commitment is low. It is optional, and then 2 practices a week, and then 1 practice another week, and then 2, with the Wednesdays being optional, the Sundays being mandatory. I am Tiger Philly Wiggins. If you wish to start this journey with me and those with me, you are most welcome. I love you. Thank you, Tiger. The next group, I think, might be making a little bit of noise. Please put your hands together for the processional drummers.
We are the Beltane processional drummers. And the clue to what we do is in the name. Beltane processional drummers are all about drums. We sound the first notes of the night, standing on the Acropolis, looking amazingly cool. We drum all the way around the hill in the procession, and this year we are putting our drums in the service of the May Queen's vision of expansive rewilding. We are going to be using the sounds of our drums to awaken the soil from winter, sleep and ecological depletion. And as well as being 100% about drums, we are also going to be about fire.
So this was Ian and Angus, and as Ian said, we were doing drummers and fire. We're going to start the night on the Acropolis on fire. Because it's cool. Safely, maybe it is. After we do our cleansing muir burn on the fire, we will go around the hill, go visit all the elemental points, and we will gather wildness energy.
We will be playing basses, toms, snares, shakers, and cowbells. And we are open to all experience levels. If you've never drummed before, or if you've drummed 100 times, you're still welcome, and we would love to meet you downstairs.
What would Beltane Fire Festival be without a group who play with fire? Pyrosphere!
Our pyrosphere. From the beginning of time, fire. From the beginning of time, fire has been one of the core elements which people have understood. But fire is not just in service to man. It is about nature itself. There's trees for which the life cycles require fire, natural burns, wildfires, and plenty of moments in which fire is part of both our environment and the lives of man. So for our group, we want to make that known. We're going to have people representing the natural wild aspects of fire, along with people representing the more man-made control bit of fire. And in the theme of rewilding, we're going to take back control of the land. We're going to also have a muir burn in the way of controlling and stewarding the land through connections with fire. We are a medium commitment group that is open to all levels, so whether or not you've never touched fire before, or you've played with many a toy, everyone is welcome. We're going to have lots of different props available and based on fire spinning and character work. So we'll have 2 practices a week on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we have 3 open practices this coming Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So if you'd like to come, play with some toys, and represent the natural processes of fire, come join us. I'm Aaron. This is Chris. We're Pirates here.
I think we need to introduce the Reds.
We are wild and feral creatures
creatures that are born on Beltane night, and we will be doing Acro this festival. We are other things that Maddie did.
This year, we're inviting you to come and rewild yourself and discover what red means to you. It can be wild, feral, silly, all expressions of red are welcome and valid. We're open to people with acro and character experience and with no experience at all. We're also going to be creating a really safe, supportive and liberating space for you to explore your wildness. We want you to discover what red means to you, uninhibited by everyday norms.
And play with us, it will be great. We have opens tomorrow, Wednesday and Saturday, and we are down at a table over there that is red, will be shocked to discover.
And we're going to have Sheehan Van Green.
Okay, hello. Long ago, before humans came to stay, in a place now called Edinburgh, far away, a band of pixies, small and bright, sprang from the hills, born of green light. They thrived in peace with the land so fair, living in harmony without a care. But time marched on with steam and gears, villages grew and cities appeared, the bowls of milk were soon forgot, so humans' homes the pixies left to rot. They fled to the green, to the last of the land, to a place they remembered was wild, but now not quite as grand. And years passed by, the pixies endured, until when April came and noise was stirred. As each year a goddess they saw would climb the hill, and in return the pixies felt a warming thrill. For Colton Hill was no longer a woe, but a place where wild magic would once again grow. Until this year, as they cleaned and prepared, they found no humans in white, try as they dared. But they knew they had to help and not to flee, for their queen's summer it was meant to be. White cloths and buttons, all they could find, to aid the ritual, to help their queen they bore in mind. And so, the pixies gathered on Beltane with hope in the air. They would gather and that they'd show that they care. And with laughter and mischief, they'd play their role to welcome in the summer and to make it whole. So, if people... we are going to be following our lovely May Queen around the hill. Practices are going to be on Sunday afternoons and Thursday evenings. We've got an open tomorrow, on Thursday and next Sunday. We'd love to have you on board if you've looked at whites groups and thought that it might not be for you, or if you really like whites groups and want to try and find your inner pixie, then come and talk to us downstairs. Okay, bye!
Without this group, nothing gets moved to the hill, nothing gets burned, and nothing gets taken out. Please put your hands together for Tech.
Hello, can you hear me? I can hear me, so you can hear me. So, what is Tech about? Tech is about building stages. If you fancy building stages, if you don't fancy building stages, you don't have to build stages. It's about taking the fire and lighting fires. Fire cans, big candles made out of paint pots. And when it's time, we put out the fires. And if anything is on fire that shouldn't be on fire, we put it out. In a calm and organised way. When we're not doing that, when we're not building things, we like to drink tea and coffee. Don't worry if you don't know anything about building stages, fires. We will have opportunities to learn. Who might want to join Tech? If this is your first, yes. If this is your first time at the festival, it's a great way of seeing behind the scenes. If you're a little bit introverted and maybe not all about the performance, it might be a good way to Gently ease yourself in. If you've done lots of performing and think, I like something that's a little bit calmer, a little bit more tea drinking, seeing the festival from a different way, wearing a wonderful costume that you don't have to make. Tech might be for you. We have Sunday meetings down at our stores in Leith, likely a couple of hours in the afternoon. You don't worry if you can't make them all. We would expect maybe 2 or 3 of those meetings. We have some in-depth health and safety, practical putting the fire out, lighting fire, and we'll be down at the tables. And I have an invisible co-GO who hopefully will be joining us, subject to approval. Apparently it's approved. Sean.
After this, there is an example of a tech hydration station set up outside with water and tea and coffee, just to get you practiced and used to one hydrating, which is an important message in GP. That's the end of all of the open groups. We have a couple of quasi-open groups that we're going to move on to, and then we have some projects and we have some other things to talk about as well. So I'm going to first bring on Ether, please.
Which means this makes a really high-pitched screaming noise, and it gets louder the closer it gets to me, so I'd rather not. Sorry. Okay, anyway, so ether. What is ether? I wrote something funny, but I don't know if it is funny. The word witness is an extension of the term wit, and I love a bit of banter. Well, wit also comes from old roots, which can mean knowledge, understanding, but can also mean consciousness, and this is something that all earthlings share. Not just humans, but also the rocks, also the sticks, also the ground, also the dog! So, with this ether group, it is a semi-closed group. It is open to people who have held a court role before. This is not because I'm snobby, this is because we have some important things to do as part of the procession for the May Queen. So, this is a multi-pass of the fifth element to anyone who feels like they have any sort of unfinished business, a little bit of thing they didn't get finished doing, a little bit of stuff they want to still share with the community and didn't feel like they got a chance last time. Come, we will. It is a lower commitment group. Initially, building into a higher commitment group, there will be crafting. There will be cake eating. And there will be loads of other stuff that I'm not going to tell you so you think it's mysterious.
For the purposes of swiftness and continuity, we're going to have another project which is not at all related, but it's called There Is No Bin.
There is no bin. Think about that. It's a hard one, isn't it? We're going to try and think about that and not make it too heavy. Basically, I started a little task with myself last year. I dared myself to keep all of one thing that I consumed all year. My name is Jess and I have an addiction to tonic water. I kept all of my tonic water bottles for an entire year and made myself art with them. That art was at last outing. That art was at last salary. Now, I want to do the same project with all of you. I'm going to ask that everybody in the community keeps one thing from today until our first open meeting. That one thing is a Tetra Pak. Do we all know what a Tetra Pak is? No! No, it's the funny thing you get your own milk in. Or your fruit juice, it's that square thing. I have examples over on the table. I'm going to ask that everyone in the community wash, obviously, and flatten and keep all of those for the entire run-up. But then we're going to plonk them all in the middle of us. And we're all actually going to get a little minute to stop and to think that actually this thing we call the bin is just something that we've created to delude ourselves into thinking that there is no consequences from our consumption. I'm going to try my best to keep this project really light and really fun. Essentially, we are going to community art with our own rubbish, turning rubbish into resource and hopefully planting some seeds which will ignite in bigger change in the long run. So, it's going to take the form of a Celtic contemplation labyrinth. It's going to look like snakes, for it is the year of the snake, and that is the easiest thing to make a Tetra Pak into. Yes? Yes, there will be lots of things to do with that. All of the information that you need for how to take care of them will appear online. And I'm going to be over there. Please make cool snakes with me. I love you, bye.
So yeah, there will be instructions for what to do with those Tetra Paks, because we don't want a million unprocessed Tetra Paks coming and being a giant thing that's both messy, dirty, and space consuming. So there is a thing. But yeah, there is a there are examples as well over on Jessie's table through there, so that's the thing. We have a closed group, we have come on. Project, come on.
Can you hear me? Christ, I am sorry. This is Ross. You'll need a minute. I'm Danielle. Ross always does call horn. He's pretty much consistently Ross. We're call horn. We're basically the Hills alarm clock. We go toot toot. We're a project. Please don't come and join us.
No, I haven't done the projects in alphabetical order. I've done them in whichever order I saw them in the room earlier. So please put your hands together for the Fabric Share team.
My name is Mark, and we are running the Fabric Share group. As you may well know, crafting and costuming are critical parts of any festival, as are respecting nature, building community, and striving for accessibility. Our project will help you prepare for the festival by cultivating a society of sharing, reusing materials, connecting through generosity, and helping you to make sustainable choices.
I'm Alex, still. We'll be running 2 fabric swap events in the run-up to Beltane, and this time we actually know when they are already. So, the 29th of March and the 14th of April at Beltane, the store place. This will be a chance to bring fabric props and other bits to swap and share, and also this year we're inviting people to swap supplies like water spray bottles and mirrors, so that your getting ready space will be more sustainable and less stressful.
Even if you don't have anything to swap, you're still welcome to come along just to pick up items. We've got loads of stuff left from the previous festival. And we're hoping to put together some tips and resources to help you find low-cost, second-hand the materials we choose on the environment. We'll spread the word about what we're doing and what we have available through Geo's social media and society newsletter, but if you would like to get our information directly into your inbox, you can find us downstairs by the window. Look this way. I'm still small, by the way.
I'm just trying to read my own handwriting.
How's that going for you?
I actually do know, really. I'm just delaying the time. Yes, stalling! Yes, stalling for time, yes! Giggling!
I got injured at the same time that the green man got injured. It was acrobatics. For those of you who know me, I'm Hannah. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Hannah. For those of you who do know me, you'll be aware that I've run quite a few fire groups in the time that I've been in Beltane. And we're a Beltane fire festival, and we do a lot of fire, and we have many different types of fire, and most people have a very inbuilt evolutionary aversion to fire, and their little caveman brain goes, fire is really dangerous, and it is really dangerous, but we can all use it safely. So that's what the Kindling project is for. So at Samhain, I ran these as well, but I was geoing reds, and it turns out that makes you really, really busy. And this festival, I'm not geoing. You'll very relieved to hear. I'm going to be a green man helper, which theoretically means I should have more time. So I have led many fire groups. I'm very confident with getting people who are absolutely terrified of fire spinning to get to the point in a nice open, chill space to actually get to the point of handling some fire toys, learning how to fire spin, and maybe even doing a little bit of fire spinning. It's a workshop. I haven't decided the dates yet. There'll be one in March. I've got an email address. Please email me. Okay. Please email kindling@beltane.org or come find me and I can add you to the interested list. It really will be just like low chill. If you already know anything about fire spinning, please don't come. It's not for you. You will have a boring time. If you are terrified of fire, you also do not have to handle fire by the end of it. The idea is to get everyone thinking about how fire props work and get used to handling them, and then maybe being happy enough to handle fires.
Next up we have an online project, Story Circle.
I'm Stu. I have done a lot of storytelling in my time, and one of the things this has convinced me is that everyone has a story inside them. Oh yes they do! And so I want to help you get these stories out, not just written on a page, but performed to people, told these stories around fires, in small, close-knit gatherings, or massive bloody bonfires, such as we definitely do not do as any sort of stag do. Anyway, the Story Circle is an online project. Part of the reason for this is so that anyone can join alongside any other group. We do not have fixed times to meet. We're basically just going to have a Discord where we share stories, we share ideas. These stories might be classic tales. They might be stories from your own history in the festivals. They may be stories that you have and want to share and haven't yet. Who knows? We will also be sharing ideas for how to perform these stories to people, because it's one thing to be sort of reading off the palm of my hand, and quite another to be big and boisterous and talking to an audience. As an online project, this is also great for anyone, hello in the camera there, anyone who is not in Edinburgh, who will not be on the hill. It is also great for literally anyone else. You can do this alongside any other group because we do not have set times, set evenings at all. This is entirely an amount of time that you choose to put into it. You can come and work. You can
that story lacked a really nice ending. But we have one last project and discussion thing, which is a really nice ending. I'm going to invite Ella to come and speak to you again. Ella, if you remember earlier in this show, was the front house coordinator. And here she is now.
I'm still out the front house coordinator. Pretty quite out of the job. As part of my role as front of house coordinator, I have tried to establish projects that connect us with the audience in a variety of different ways. These are the headings. So bear with me 2 secs. This invite is on lots of different levels. If you're entirely confused by what I say but think I'd like to do something of that ilk, then still get in touch and chat to me. These are very flexible projects that involve no acro. So the first one, which is sort of quite self-contained, just so you're aware, is that at the fire we have Chandra Mathis holding court with doing exactly that, holding court with some older Beltaners. Older, I do not mean by age, but by years served, and your age. So and then what I'm looking for, hello, is if you enjoy high-vis. Yeah. If you enjoy queue management, oh yes, we have a wonderful, excited, long queue into our festival. No, it will go the right way this year. And if anybody has done a festival before particularly, and if you're happy crowd interacting, if you're happy just jumping up and going, yes, I will move that piece of head barrier from there to there. If you would like to wristband small humans of the child variety so they don't get lost. If you'd also like to hand out wristbands to people who do not want to have direct interactions or intense interactions with our performers, I am looking for humans to help. It is very low commitment. I need you to turn up to a walkthrough, have a good chat with me, and then turn up on the day. And once you are done, then you can go off and enjoy the rest of the festival. There are also things like the wishing tree, which is where we open up a space for members of the public to come and tie a wish, a blessing, something they want to get rid of, onto trees that are later placed onto the community bonfire. This is a tradition that the society has held for many, many years, at least as many years as I've been involved. We've always had opportunity to burn something at this turn of the wheel. So this is a way that we invite all those coming to watch to enjoy that and be part of that. This space can get quite emotional at times. It means a lot to a lot of people. So if you want to help hold that space, if you want to be kind to nice humans, and again, it might involve a small amount of queue management. It's an ongoing theme in my job. There's going to be a little addition to the wishing tree space. We're going to make a bee confessional. This is something that has come out of the brain of the May Queen and Jess. So I give them full credit. The structure that was used at Samhain I'm going to turn into an installation where people can go and say it to the bees. And so if you'd like to help make that, and we also have open days at Beltane. It's in the past been called Hillisphere. I'm calling it Crafternoony time. In the Crafternoony times, I would like to do the bee confessional. I would like to just do a little bit of upkeep on the selfie points that members have made before, and also paint some signs. It's very exciting and involves lots of tea and biscuits. You do not need to commit in any way, you can just show up. I will be there on the days that will be published and I have written downstairs, and you can just join in. And my last and final one, sorry guys, is Family Beltane. On the 3rd of May, so that we're not running it while everybody is stressed and trying to make a costume. On the 3rd of May, we will be in the Scottish Storytelling Centre, and the morning involves face painting and craft activities, and the afternoon involves stories, songs, strange interactions, whatever our community wants to offer. So if you would like to be involved, it's a lovely, endearing, often highly entertaining day. And I say that because children are just entertaining. It's a way, again, to connect with our wider community and younger humans. So please, if you do want to help out get involved in any way, come and chat to me. If in doubt, email foh@beltane.org, and my name is still Ella. Thanks.
I have a confession for the bees. Yeah, you know that moment when I couldn't read my handwriting? Yeah, that was a thing. Yeah. Please put your hands together for Town Foxes.
Hello everybody, I'm here on behalf of the Town Foxes, and so is Rob apparently. So the Town Foxes are a close protocol. I put a thing to read. Sorry, Sarah Thomas made this group up. She's the master behind it all. It's her brainchild. Anyway, I have a letter for you, Queenie, from Sarah. You should really have read this first. Okay, should I go like this? This is quite nice. Here's the dam, the May Queen. Bark, bark, hello. Hi, I'm Lila. Sarah can't be here. Oh, so sorry. Sarah can't be here. She's in Galway. Not the Irish one, the one in Galway. Galway, this is it. So she's in Galway. Doing a thing. So she sent me with a letter, which is this letter. She may live to regret this. Not really, Lila, I'm kidding. Honest. We'll give you a bit. Anyway, we're the Town Foxes. Have you said that, Sarah? And we have heard. Can you hold this for me, kiddo? Okay. And we have heard that there is a festival or some sort of gathering on that hill at the end of April. I don't know why I'm doing a weird pirate accent. That's what foxes sound like. We heard that you were involved, and we've never met a goddess before. Right, I haven't. It's very good to be nice. And we're interested to know if a goddess is a person. And if she's not, then maybe she's a fox. Are you a fox? Oh, maybe you would like to be a fox. We would like to find out. Foxes are kind of great. Not gonna lie, you should still be a fox. Lila, stop trying to get May Queen to join the group. Won't tell Sarah. Just sneak in. I don't think that she can do that anyway. You can. Yeah, she can. Shut up, Sarah. And anyway, the rules say that there can only be 4 of us. Rules. And we already have 4 people. She does have a point. We already have 4 people, and all live or work on the West Coast. I don't, by the way. I'm from Edinburgh. I do. So it kind of seems like there's no more spaces, and the commute might be a bit more. I'm going to move on, don't worry. Although, yes, I do agree, you should be a fox. No, don't do that. Those are important sticks. Anyway, we were reliably informed by a friend of a friend from a den 2 miles away that there must be things for a scavengers festival. We really like snacks. And we like going to come up the hill in the hope that maybe you to make me might rewild us. We've heard a bunch of people talking about rewilding, and we're not really entirely. This is the emotional crux of the thing.
Important words that were quite deliberate there were big puppets, small group of 4 people, mostly in the west side of the country, coming over and doing a nice thing. Written by Sarah Thomas, probably practiced at a really high speed and given to someone who likes to go on tangents, I suspect. It was lovely. But anyway, that's Town Foxes. So just to let you know, when you see on the night, what's that big fox? You remember back to this crazy moment at the end of the open meeting. So anyway, that brings us to an end of this section of the open meeting. What happens now is we take a breath, because there's no rush for this next bit. is you help yourselves to some teas, coffees and water and stuff like that. Have a drink of water because it's a hot room, it's a warm day. Hooray! And then down in the cafe area, in about 5 minutes time, we're going to open the doors to that. Go and see the geos we just presented and the projects that they've got. Have a conversation with them, sign up to their groups and do lots of things. And we shall see you on the hill at Beltane. Thank you very much.
Toodaloo, everybody, toodaloo. Right, how do you stop this thing?